Oh, hello. Wake up, boy. Say hi to the camera. You see the camera up there? You gonna participate today, or you just... No? Tired? Been a long one, huh? We're gonna be doing a Q&A. You've sent me some questions. I'm going to answer them, because that is a Q&A. You have seen some examples of bad romance movies, with Twilight, After, and 50 Shades of Grey being some of the worst. But what are some examples of good romance movies? I think the thing that you have to remember is that well-adjusted people in a happy, healthy relationship don't get movies made about them a whole lot, because there's no conflict there. There's nothing for the characters to overcome. No real external or internal obstacles. And the idea with romance movies, really, is you want to be able to create a couple that for some reason or another are either not together or not together yet because they haven't overcome this either internal or external factor that's keeping them apart. And a good romance movie makes you root for that couple on the journey to getting their happy ever after. How did you get into screenwriting? Also, love your content. Thank you very much. I got into it at university. I was a design and production major, but took an elective in it, wrote some truly terrible scripts, but I enjoyed it, so I kept doing it. What is a movie you'd love to see that hasn't been done yet? I like the idea of subverting tropes. I think with how frequently movies are being made now and how accessible they are with things like streaming services and stuff, I think people are pretty adept at picking up on the direction of a film and like the first sort of opening act, really, and you can kind of gauge based on just past watching experiences how things are likely to play out. So I think anytime a film can sort of subvert those expectations and predict where you think it's gonna go and then give you something different, I personally feel that it's like, okay, cool, they're trying something new here. I don't know, I just think that it's refreshing. It's nice to, you know, not see that it's so cut and paste in a sense. So if you know a film that can do that well, send those recommendations my way. Do you have a 5-year plan? I have goals. Get a feature made, for one, that would be really cool. I'm gonna publish a few novels. Hitting 10,000 subscribers on this channel is definitely a goal. As far as like, how do I know when I've made it? Being able to be in a position where you can like, we're gonna get some alliteration here, consistently collaborate creatively with people that I really admire and respect in the field is, you know, you can't really ask for more than that. What age was your favorite growing up? Being 1 was pretty cool. Nobody had any qualms about me my pants. What's something an outsider wouldn't know about your industry? The Oscars are not named after Oscar Isaac. The more you know. What is one movie that had great potential in your eyes but just fizzled out on the end? Might I refer you to my commentary on To All the Boys I've Loved Before? That one's a pretty good encapsulation of what you're talking about. I want life advice. I'm a bum, you see. Credit cards are free money. What was that one moment where you were like, I want to be a screenwriter? Did you always like movies and how they were written? Did you always know you wanted to do that? I always loved movies. Didn't really get into writing until college, but have attempted a book a couple of times before then. I'm one of those people who needs to be able to see myself making progress at something. And writing is like, you can really do that. At the end of your efforts, there's pages that didn't exist before. And also, I hate trees, so it seemed like a win-win, you know, all that paper. When were you really surprised in a good way by a movie which had bad critique? And by the way, I love your content. Thank you very much. I think Seeking a Friend for the End of the World is a pretty underappreciated film. It didn't do very well at the box office. It's kind of got mixed reviews, but I thought it was pretty solid on the whole. Characters were great. The premise was really interesting. I thought it was a cool film. What do you do as a screenwriter? Write screenplays. What types of scenes excite you to write them? Very dry, very deadpan. Occasionally some dark comedy, for sure. Pretty witty, I'd say, if I'm not tooting my own horn ski. I don't know, I try to not do stuff that feels overly simple, which more times than not means that the execution falls short, but I like exploring stuff that asks a little bit more of audience members and like raises more complicated questions. It's much more about like the idea. I don't necessarily like doing the same thing twice. I won't not do it, but I like pushing myself. But also fart jokes are cool. Do you recommend film school? I didn't go to film school. I feel like you make a lot of good connections, which is a lot of what gets you work. I would say develop those for sure, but then like just try and make stuff. You don't necessarily want to wait around for opportunities. I feel like being proactive is a better way of going about it. It's one thing being able to say you can do something, but it's nice to have something to show people. Did you get the job at Avatar Studios? No, but hope springs eternal. Will you finish reacting to the Twilight Saga series? If the last Twilight video gets 20,000 views, then I will. Or how about this? If this video gets 2,000 likes, I'll do the next one. Do you believe in reincarnation? PD, love your content. Thank you. I don't know if I believe in it. I do find the concept terrifying. What if you were reincarnated and had memories from your past life? What if you were like super rich in your past life, crazy wealthy, got to do all this cool stuff, and then were reincarnated in like a third world country, but like had memories of what your life used to be? That would be a bummer. What's your favorite drink? Also, how are you? Go Ruby. And Guinness. Do I need to get repped? It doesn't hurt, but like don't rely on it. People with agents still don't get work. Having representation is really good for like giving yourself credibility, you know, when it comes to negotiating. If you try and make it happen like on your own, that goes further, I think. But yeah, don't not get repped. Favorite bad movie? Sharknado. Cause like, how did it get made? Thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna take this time to announce the fact that I have a short film coming out next week on this channel. Be sure to check it out, and yeah. I have no idea what else to say.